Hello guys. So we had completed till question number 20 our numerical problems, and now we'll continue with 21 problem. The questions is as follow: all the values of k for which the quadratic polynomial, the quadratic polynomial f of x equals to minus 2x square plus kx plus k square plus 5 has two distinct zeros, and only one of them satisfying 0. X lies between 0 to 2. Lie in the interval a comma b open, then the value of a plus 10b. We want to find this value. Now you can see that the one thing which you can see, it has two distinct zeros. And now it lies in 0 to 2. The x means the root lies in 0 to 2, and you can see its a is less than 0, so it is a downward parabola. Now let me draw it something like that. It will be, if I say it is 0, so it is between, it should be like this. It should be like this. The x lies between 0 to 2. The x lies between 0 to 2. If the x lies between 0 to 2, I can say that the one thing, it lies in the only line. If I take it as x, these two are x, any one x, it has two distinct solution, any one x lies between, and only one of them satisfying, any one of them is satisfying this condition that it is lying between 0 to 2. Let me take that this x is satisfying this condition. So this one is x1 and this one is x2, whatever you can take, it doesn't matter. Now what you can see from here, f of 0 is greater than 0, and f of 2 is less than 0. And the last condition which you can develop is d greater than equal to 0, because it has two distinct roots. Two distinct zeros. Real roots, it has two distinct zeros. So now let's apply this condition. F of 0 is k square plus 5 should be greater than 0. It is always true. It is always true. Now f of 2 is less than 0. F of 2, wait a minute, what am I, f of 2, let me check again. We are doing some mistake, I guess. They are telling that only one of them is satisfying this condition, means any one of them x is satisfying this condition, and there is no mentioning that the point, means the roots at which they are negative or positive. So we can take it like this also, because if here f of 0 is negative, we have to get positive, is negative, and this is greater than 0, and this is positive. If I check here, it is coming, it is less than 0, which is not possible. It is not possible. So this graph, this graph is not possible. And if the one condition is not, now let's check the other condition, which says f of 2 should be greater than 0. Minus 2 into 2 square plus k into 2, plus k square plus 5 should be greater than 0. Now we are getting minus 8 plus 2k plus k square plus 5 greater than 0, and here we are getting k square plus 2k minus 3 should be greater than 0. So here we are getting something like 3k minus k minus 3 should be greater than 0, k minus plus 3, k minus 1, should be greater than 0. So here one condition failed, which is not, so this will not be a solution only. So here no solution, there is no point in solving it further. Although we got the solution, but here one condition failed. That this condition, that this is less than 0, which is not possible. Okay, so one condition, so we will cancel out this idea of graph. Okay, now let me take the next page. Then how the graph will be? The graph will be like this. One root should be between 0 to 2. Okay, 0 to 2. So the graph can also be like this. One root is 0 to 2 and the other root is negative. Okay, now here if we see f of 0 is what? Greater than 0. F of 2 is what? If we plot this, it is less than 0. D is what? Greater than equal to 0. Okay, it has real roots. Now if we do this thing here, for f of 0 condition, f of 0 greater than 0, what we are getting? Okay, what we are getting like k square plus 5 from the previous thing. Okay, from here we are getting k plus 5. Okay, which should be what? Greater than 0. Now it is true. We took the wrong condition. Okay, in the first, it is true always. And I was thinking that there is some the second graph, there one more graph is possible for this. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. So I was thinking this graph can also occur, and in that thinking I did that mistake of taking f of 0 and solving it further. Okay, now we got this, it is always true. We can move on to the next thing, which is f of 2 should be less than 0, which we are getting. And if we solve it from the previous, we can see k minus 9, okay, should be greater than 0. Sorry, I also copied this thing. Okay, so we are getting k belongs to 1. Okay, k belongs to what? Minus 3 to 1. K belongs to minus 3 to 1. Okay, we got k. Now for d greater than equal to 0, let me check this condition. D greater than equal to 0, what is the equation? The equation is minus 2 for this k square minus 4 into minus 2 into k square plus 5. Okay, should be what? Greater than equal to 0. K square plus 8k square should be greater than equal to 0. So from here what we are getting? 9k square plus 40 should be greater than equal to 0, which is always true. Okay, this is always true. Okay, this is always true. So this condition is also verified. Okay, so we got k belongs to minus 3 to 1. Okay, but in the problem, if we see clearly, they have given that this lies in the interval a comma b. Okay, so how we can get the value? What we will get by comparing a is equals to minus 3 and b is equals to 1. Okay, now for value of, we wanted to find this value, that was our main purpose. For that we needed a and b value. So to find this value, a plus 10b, we will use minus 3 plus this will become 10, which will give us in the end 7. Okay, so this was the solution. Let me just revise it again because I did some mistake in the earlier. They told that one root lies between 0 to 2. Okay, and there is no condition on whether the root should be positive or negative. By seeing the graph, we can clearly predict that it is a downward parabola. So there was no doubt in that thing. So I took this graph. Okay, this graph is also possible. In this, one root is lying between 0 to 2 and the other root is also positive. So when I took that f of 0 will be less than 0 and f of 2 should be greater than 0. Okay, f of 2 value will come here somewhere. Okay, now d should be greater than equal to 0. Now when I was solving the first condition, which was f of 0 should be less than 0, I got k square plus 5 should be less than 0, which is not possible. So after solving this only, I will say that all the conditions should be verified. Okay, one condition fails means there is no solution from this condition. Okay, from this prediction of graph. Okay, so we will reject this graph and we will take the second type of graph, which is this. Here we see f of 0 is greater than 0, f of 2 is less than 0, f of 0 here positive value, f of 2 is negative, d greater than equal to 0, f of 0 is, after solving we got this, it was right, and after f of 2 we got this value from the previous when we solved it. Okay, although we should have stopped at f of means f of 0. When we solved f of 0 we should have stopped there only, but I continued. Okay, because I thought I forgot this thing only. Okay, key I should stop. Okay, after solving this, okay, I was stuck, and then I recalled that we should stop solving. Okay, so I stopped solved. After this condition failed, I stopped solving this, but I solved it. Okay, so here there was same thing, solving f of 2. So I got the root, but here it was less than 0, so I got k value. Then I continued with d greater than 0 condition. I got 9k square plus 40 is greater than equal to 0. Yeah, it is always possible. Okay, it can be greater than or equal to any one condition should be verified, and it satisfied the condition. So we got k belongs to -3 to 1, a is -3, b is 1. So after getting a and b, we just substituted and got the answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question is as follow, which says if set of values of a for which f of x equals to ax square minus bracket 3 plus 2ax plus 6, okay, where a not equal to 0 is positive for exactly 3 distinct negative integral values of x is belonging to c comma d close integral, then the value of d is, okay, we want to find the value of d. So first thing, okay, here they have means broken it. Okay, we can get the roots from here. Okay, and they are telling is positive, f of x is positive for exactly, okay, this is positive for exactly 3 negative integrals. Okay, it will be positive for 3 negative integrals. Okay, this is the important point, 3 negative integrals. Now first let's get the root. Okay, a x square minus 3x, okay, minus 2ax, I opened it, just plus 6. Okay, I took it as f of x, which was given. Ax, if I took common, what I get, x minus 1, x minus 2, sorry, x minus 2. Further, if I here take minus 3 common, what I get, x minus 2 should be equal to f of x. So ax minus 3 and x minus 2 equal to f of x. These are the roots of this. So roots, what are the roots? Roots are 2 comma 3 by a. Okay, now the possible graphs which can be, the first graph can be this. Okay, the one graph can be this. Okay, 2 and 3 by a. Okay, but here there will be no negative terms for which it is positive, otherwise here it will be positive terms. Okay, here will sum it like 3, here will be 5, here will be 6, for that it will be negative. Okay, so so it means it breaks this condition for which was distinct negative integrals, so we will reject this type of graph. Okay, now the other graph which can be possible is downward parabola graph, which is like this. Okay, now for negative integrals, and it should had root 2, so negative integral will lie here. Okay, and 2. Okay, now one more thing, it can intersect somewhere here. Okay, let's find it intercept, which is c. How we can find it? By putting x is equals to 0. This is the basic thing, although in our previous problems I have told this, to get c you can put direct f of 0. Okay, so if I put, I get 6. Okay, so it will cut at 6. Okay, here it will cut at 6. So here we are getting roots 2, and here there will be 3 by a. Okay, so if I move this like this, okay, the roots, this is 6, there will be 1 0, here will be minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3, and after this minus 4. Okay, now here it satisfies the condition that here it satisfies the condition that we are getting 3 negative distinct values. We are getting negative means positive value. Here it will be positive, here it will be positive, positive, positive. For if any other number, if you take after 2 negative, the graph will be like this, negative. After this, if you take any value after 4 5, any value from here also, the graph will be under negative value. Everything will be negative value. Okay, we are getting negative value for any term. Okay, so so what we are sure now, let me take the next page, that graph will be like this. Let me redraw the graph, because the graph is the key point in this problem. Okay, the graph will be like this. Okay, here it will be 2 1 0 -1 -2 -3, here 3 by a, and here 4. Okay, and this is 6. So we got that this is graph. For this graph, a should be negative. Okay, a should be negative because it is a downward parabola. Now we got these things. Okay, now what we can do further? Okay, what we can do further? For this to happen, the 3 by a means the 3 by a, okay, should be greater than -3. Okay, means should be less than -3. 3 by should be less than -3, but it can be, here it is -4. It can be greater than, means it can be greater than or equal to -4. So what I'm telling, this condition will occur when if it is less than 3 by a, okay, and it can be greater than or equal to -4. Okay, the condition will be satisfied because at -4 three distinct integral values will have positive values. Okay, and rest all other than this will have negative value. Okay, so let me solve, because this is inequality, we will solve it separately. 3 by a, let me take this one, -3. Okay, so 3 by a, okay, I will do this. Okay, if I do this thing greater than -3, because a is negative, sign will interchange. After this, if I move, means this if I cancel 3 out, divide through it, I will get 1 greater than -a. Multiply with minus, I will get a greater than -1. Okay, this is one thing. For the second, -4 should be greater than equal to 3 by a. This is the second. Okay, you can say case 2, case 1. I have take case 1. Okay, so if I multiply it here, 4a, the sign will invert, giving me 3 by. Okay, now if I multiply it here, -3 and then by 4, so it should be less than equal to -3 by 4, and it should be greater than -1. So what a belongs to -1 to -3 by 4. And I have told you the reason why it can be equal to, greater than or equal to 4, because there should be at least 3 distinct integral values. Okay, the 3 distinct integral values, even if it becomes 4, it will satisfy the condition that 3, -2 and -1 have positive values. Okay, so the 3 conditions satisfied. So we are getting a belongs to -1 to -3 by 4. Now if we compare it with what it was given, the given value was, the given thing was 3 distinct negative integral values of x for c belonging, for values of x is c belongs to c comma d. Okay, the x belongs to c comma d, and d is closed, so it seems similar. So from here we can get c is equals to -1 and d is equals to -3 by 4, and d is equals to -3 by 4 is what we required, so d is equals to -3 by 4 is the answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question is as follow. The question says, if a comma b comma c and c are all different and non-zero real numbers in arithmetic progression. Now AP has came into picture. If the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 are alpha comma beta, such that 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta comma alpha plus beta and alpha square plus beta square are in GP. So they are in GP, then the value of a by c will be, I want to find the value of a by c. Okay, so we want to find the value of a by c. Now ABC are in AP, so what basic thing I can, 2b should be equal to a plus c. This is the basic thing you know from class 10th. Okay, so after this, these things are in GP, so I can write, okay, further on, these are the roots of this, so I can write alpha plus beta minus b by a and alpha into beta c by a. Okay, I can write this thing. And now again further, these are in GP. So in GP I know a property that alpha plus beta, the whole square, the middle thing, should be 1 upon alpha 1 upon beta into alpha square plus beta square. Okay, as they are in GP, so I will further multiply it. Alpha plus beta upon alpha into beta should be, we know its evaluation, it is what, alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha into beta. Okay, we have done it many times, so I am not telling the proof. So let me take the next page. Okay, the next page. So here we took this condition, we will just modify it as much as we can and we will put the values. Okay, so what we have here, alpha plus beta the whole square, okay, is equals to alpha plus beta upon alpha into beta into alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha into beta. Okay, we have this thing. Now I will put alpha plus beta value, which will be b square upon a square. Okay, here minus b by a into c by a. Okay, so we got this value. Now I have b square upon a square here and 2 into c by a here. So we have substituted all the value. Further on, we can do this, a will cancel out. More one thing here, a and we will nullify this, so we are get b square and 1b will cancel out with this. So b by a should be equal to minus 1 by c into b square upon a minus 2c upon 2c. Okay, so now what we can do, bc will be equal to this, and when we multiply this with this a with this, what we get, b square a will cancel out. Okay, this c multiplied with this and minus 2ca, so we are getting this thing. So let me get bc is equals to minus b square plus 2ac. Okay, now let's put the b value, which was, so from here, from the AP, okay, from a condition, from this condition, from a, we can put the b value. So here it will be a plus c by 2 into c, a plus c by 4 the whole square, okay, plus 2 ac. From where it came? From 4, from a, sorry, from a. So we got this from a. Now I am going to multiply ac plus c square by 2. Okay, this should be a square plus 2ac, okay, plus c square by 4 plus 2ac. We want to create 4 everywhere. Okay, how we will create 4ac, sorry, 2ac plus 2c square, this will become 4, minus a square minus 2ac minus c square, 8ac, end up giving me 4. Okay, so we got this final thing. Okay, let me take the next page. Okay, let me take the next page. So we got this thing. Okay, so I will just eliminate all the 4's which we have. 2ac plus 2c square should be equal to minus a square minus 2ac, okay, minus c square plus 8ac. Okay, now what we have to do, I know these two terms will cancel out. Okay, these two will cancel out. Okay, these two will cancel out, which will, and further on, if I move it, if I move this, all the things here, what I get, if I move this here, I get a square, this will become plus, okay, plus 4ac, this will become plus 3c square, and this will be minus 8ac, should be equal to 0, which will indirectly lead us to a square minus 4ac plus 3c square, okay, should be equal to 0. Now here we can see that, what we can see, 3ac plus ac, okay, I can break it into quadratics, should be equal to 0. So here it is a square. What I am getting, a minus 3ac Okay, okay. Okay, we have to proceed by general method only. A square minus 3ac minus ac plus 3c square, otherwise we will have some silly mistakes. A into a minus 3c minus 1, okay, minus c, okay, minus c should be a minus 3c, okay, should be equal to 0. What we are getting? A minus c and a minus 3c, okay, should be equal to 0. So a can be equal to c or a can be equal to 3c. Now if you see the question properly, okay, if you see the question properly, what they are telling: a, b and c are all different and non-zero real numbers, then how can they be equal? So this cancel will be reject, this condition will be rejected, a equals to c, and from here we can get a by c, okay, we want a by c, so a by c will be equal to 3. So 3 is the answer, 3 is the answer, okay guys, 3 is the answer. So let's move on further. Okay, so the next question, which is this question, which says as follow: let p of x equals to 5 by 3 minus 6x minus 9x square and q of y, okay, is also polynomial in y terms, which is minus 4y square plus 4y plus 13 by 2 if there exist unique pair of real numbers x comma y, okay, such that p of x into q of y equal to 20, then the value of 6x plus 10y is, okay, 6x plus 10y, okay, we want to find this value, okay, 6x plus 10y is. Now what we can do? So let's try to make it a perfect square, because in quadratics we have we means what we have learned to find the minimum or maximum, because it is telling to get this value. If we know its value and this value we multiply it should be equal to 20. So it gives idea that we should use minimum or maximum value concept, okay. Other than that, the modern means calculus things which we have not studied, so there is no point in thinking in that direction, okay. Although you can think using that also, but since I have not taught that, so I will not use calculus here, okay. When we are studied with calculus, or we have completed calculus syllabus, okay, then we will use that, okay, and see whether we can use that or not, okay. So here we will go with, we have got an idea whether we will use with maximum minimum value concept, okay. So let me create a perfect square. The best way to create perfect square is try to get this, means this 9x as a positive one, okay, then make a perfect square and then again give it back to the equation, okay. I will show you how. Take minus 9 common, okay. What you get? You get here x square first thing, minus 6, okay, plus 6 by 9 into x, and here what you get, minus 5 by 3 into 9. This is the basic thing which you will get, okay. This is very crucial because in calculus integration there is continuous application of perfect square. If you know this perfect square method, you can, means you will not feel much problem in calculus, okay. Using, means definitely in integration, okay. Integration types, when they give problems on types, you must, means you have to make a perfect square and then think of its differential, okay. Substitution, I'm talking about integration in substitution thing, okay. So now the second step to make a perfect square is divide this by 2, okay. Divide this by 2, what you get? 3 by 9. Now x plus 3 by 9, just put this value in the whole square. Now what you do, 3 by 2, take its square, is 9 by 4, just add on with negative sign here, 9 by 4, just add on here, okay. Sorry, it will be 9 by, wait, it was 6, 3 by, here it is 3 by 9, okay. So 1 by 3, sorry, it will also cancel out, which will give me 1, 3 by 9 is nothing but If I take perfect square, there is it will cancel out 81, 9 and 81. Okay, this is 1 by 9 only. Okay, there is no point, but I did it here. So further on, 1 by 3 the whole square minus 5 by 27. Okay, 9 will cancel out here. 9, this will be 1 and this 9. Okay, and here it is minus 9. Okay, minus 9 I will keep it till I make a perfect square. Okay, proper perfect square. And I know I got my perfect square. I just need to get rid of this extra term, means calculate it, which is 9 3s are, so here 8 by 27, 9 3s are 27. So I got the perfect square. Now I will give it back, means this value which I took out. Okay, I will give it back. Okay, which is, this will become positive, so it will come first. 8 by 3 minus 9 into x plus 1 by 3 the whole square. So you got the p of x. Okay, now here it is coming this side. Okay, so its max value will be this when it will become 0. If it this term came here and this term here, then we will set that its minimum value was this. Okay, so you should be careful, means you should know that here it will be, it is telling about maximum and here it is telling about minimum value. Okay, so p max, p of x max, okay, is what? Okay, is 8 by 3. Making a perfect square of a quadratic equation or a linear equation is itself a big task. Okay, if you don't know that thing, you are going to face a big problem in integration. Okay, let me take the next question, next page, sorry, the q of x. Now what I have q of x. Okay, let me just check. Minus 4y square plus 4y. We will just follow the same similar steps here also. 4y plus 13 by 2. Okay, now just do the same steps again. Take minus 4 common. What you get? Okay, minus y minus 13 by 8. Okay, we got this thing. Okay, now just divide it by 1 by 2. So minus 4 here, didn't we divided y square, y minus 1 by 2 the whole square. We got this thing. Add its, with a negative sign, add it here its square, which is 1 by 4. So after this minus 4 here, y minus 1 by 2 the whole square. 4 2s are 8, so 2 here will come and it will become 8, which is minus 15 upon 8. So we are done with this thing. So now I will give it back, which I took it outside, which will be minus, okay, I know this will come first, 15. Okay, it will become positive and 2. This will become negative 4 into y minus 1 by 2. Now here we are getting its maximum value. This is what? Q of max. Okay, q of x, and q of max will be what? Will be 15 by 2. Now if I multiply p of x max, sorry, it was y, q of y max, what we get, which is p of x max, what we had, 8 by 3. So 8 by 3 into 15 by 2. Okay, 8 by 3 into 15 by 2, this will become 5 and this will become 4. Okay, so 4 into 5, 20. So we are getting 20. Okay, now if you see clearly the problem, okay, let me see the problem. The problem was telling that px into qy should be 20. So as I have told earlier that we were getting an idea of maximum and minimum value concept. If it was minimum value, then we would have multiplied the minimum value. Now the point is how we will get x and y, and how we will predict x and y. Means, listen, this value comes 8 by 3 and 15 by y. When this becomes 0, when it will become 0, when y is equals to 1 by 2, when p of max value, when x will be minus 1 by 3. Okay, so we got x and y value. Now what we need to find, what was our minimum? 6x plus 10y. Okay, just put this value. Okay, we want to get 6x plus 10y, right? 6 into minus 1 by 3 plus 10 into 1 by 2. This will give me minus 2 plus 5, which will be equal to 3. So our answer is 3 is the answer. There was nothing, right? Just your basic things. If you know the idea of making a perfect square, your job is done. And one more thing, you should have idea of that this question will be solved by maximum and minimum value concept. Okay, maximum value, minimum. Although you can apply calculus, but since we are taught only, I will assume that we are taught only quadratic, so we will use quadratic only. Just think that we can do so much things with quadratic. Okay, if we learn calculus, then we will be means so confident, okay, in tackling problems. Okay, so we are done with this problem. I will take the next problem, which is as follow. If equation x raised to 4 minus 3m plus 2x square, okay, 3m plus 2x square plus m square equals to 0, or m is greater than 0, has 4 real solutions which are in AP. Now we have done so many problems, and till now you should have get an idea that when it tells about that roots are in AP and like that stuff, and it gives means it gives an hint and it gives a quadratic equation, then you should have 50% idea that I will take a minus d, a minus 3d, a plus d, like that stuff. Okay, now you see they have given 4 real solutions. What does it mean? There are 4 even terms, and even term ratios means even term difference are even, so the even terms will be a minus 3d. If we take, many children have confusion in remembering the terms only. Okay, so I am giving that when the terms are even, the difference is even, when the terms are odd, the difference is odd, like that stuff. And further on, here the one more thing which makes you perfectly hint, means predict that I will use this concept and I will 100% sure I will get the answer, is that x cube term is 0. So if we take 4 terms, okay, then when we add on them, we will definitely get easily, means we will easily get some value. Okay, so it gives us more hint that we should move with that stuff, okay, which we are thinking. So let a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d be the roots. Okay, we are taking it as the root. Now if I add sum of root, okay, sum of root is what? It is this all will cancel out, which will give me 4a should be equal to 0, ending up with a is equals to 0. So I got a big thing a. Okay, now our half job is done. Now if I take summation x1 x2, okay, x1 x2, which is what? A minus 3d into a minus d plus a minus d into a plus d, further on a minus d into a plus 3d. Okay, now a minus 3d into a plus 3d, okay, plus okay, a plus d into a plus 3d, and one more a plus d, okay, into a minus 3d. So we didn't took these terms, okay, a plus 3d. Okay, now we got all the terms. Now let's put the a value 0. What I get? Minus 3d into minus d, minus d into d, minus d into 3d, minus 3d into 3d, plus d into 3d, plus d into minus 3d. Now you see this term, okay, they are not cancelling out, any term will cancel out. Okay, these two will cancel out. Why solve it further when they are cancelling out here only? Okay, these two terms, it will become positive and it is negative. No, they are different. Okay, here they are positive and then negative, so these will also cancel out, ending up with minus d square and minus 9d square. Okay, so we got this, which is what? It is equal to minus m plus 2, which will end up giving me d square, okay, which is 10d square should be equal to 3m plus 2. Okay, so we got idea of this thing. Okay, let me take the next page. Okay, so we got this thing. Let me call it as a, let me call it as b. This is the next page. Okay, we will use this. So the last thing which we can use, okay, which we will use is that a minus 3d, okay, a minus d and a plus d and a plus 3d, okay, should be equal to m square. And if I apply here, it will be a square minus 9d square a square minus d square. This will just reduce our job if you apply a square minus b square. Okay, this is 0 minus 9d square minus d square should be equal to m square. What we are getting now, if you see, we have 10d square. Okay, here it will become 9d raised to 4 should be equal to m square, which will give me 3d square should be equal to m. Now we want to find the value of m, and this, and the d value is what? D value is 3m plus 2 by 10. 3m plus 2 by 10 is m value. If I move that side, 9m plus 6 should be 10m, so 6 equals to m. Okay, so we are getting m equals to 6, so 6 is the answer. So we are done with these 5 questions, and we will continue in the next session. Okay, till then practice these problems, and today we will try to end our quadratic equation chapters with previous year questions. Okay, only few previous year questions are left. So till then, take care, see you.